Okay, so today we are looking at making predictions using interpolation, whatever, I don't care. Anyway, what we're doing is we're using our line of least regression, our least regression line of best fit. We're using that to be actually able to make predictions about the data. So here we have scatter plot. So this one has year and life expectancy on it. Now, we've actually got two scatter plots and two lines of best fit on the one graph. It's very useful. You may remember when I showed you the spurious correlation webpage, it had two different sets of data on the one graph, and then we showed how their correlations were very similar, even though there was no causation between them. This is kind of similar. We've got the year is common to them both, life expectancy is common to them both, so we're able to put them on the same scale, which is kind of nice, and then we can have a look at them. So you can see that as should be the case, females have a higher life expectancy than males, generally because us males do stupid things. But anyway, life expectancy. So what we're looking for is what was the life expectancy in 1935 for females. So this data isn't necessarily exactly on there because we don't have 1935. We've only got 1930 and 1940. But because we've got a line of best fit, we can actually go across to 1935 as they have, work our way up to the line of best fit, and then read across to the life expectancy to give ourselves an answer. So in this particular case, you look at that, there's 60, there's 70, that's 65. It's a little bit above 65. So I will say 67 years. You may say 66. It is open to a little bit of interpretation depending on how accurate your line of best fit is, but anywhere around that will be fine. Now, we did talk about this when we were first doing scatter plots and we were reading off data and like trying to find the data from the graph. At that stage, we hadn't done line of best fit, but I did mention that when you've got the line of best fit, that is the one you use. If you have a line of best fit that is going to this point here, you don't then decide, oh no, I'm going to go up between those points and read across there. You use your line of best fit. So if in an exam situation or an assessment situation, you've drawn a line of best fit and it's not perfect, that's okay. You are now going to use that for all your other questions, all your subsequent questions. Okay. And the marker would look at that and go, okay, your line of best fit is not perfect. However, using it to make predictions, you've done that correctly. So once you've got your line of best fit, that's the one you use. So the blue one was obviously the females, the 1995 for males. So we're going to be using the right-hand one. So now we go over to 1995. Now, for some reason, there's 1990. I would have said 1995 was there. I think their line is a little bit out. Because that's 1990, so I would say 1995 is about there. But once again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to go up to there and hit that point, and I'm going to come across, and mine's going to be a little bit above theirs. But not that that's going to matter. So I'm hitting up around the 74 to 75 mark. So they actually wrote 74 years as well. So I'm going to go about 74 years. You can tell that that little bit of a shift didn't make that much of a difference when we went over to it. But if you got up there, so you can see that it's definitely not going to be at the 75. It definitely doesn't hit that line up there. So it's important that you realize where it is and get as accurate as you can, even though it's not necessarily going to be perfect. So I got 67 years and 74 years. Hopefully you got something similar. Thanks, guys.